Ladies and gentlemen, policing in America, it gets ridiculous by the day. And we know all of the protesting that's going on in the country, and it's not slowing these people down, not one bit. This story is out of Chicago. This time, a police puts a woman on the ground and puts his knee on her neck. And this is Chicago WGN 9, June 3rd, 2020. Video shows Chicago police officer placing knee on woman's neck at Northwest Side Mall. And this is two black women that they stopped. They claimed there was looting going on, but in this story, they never did prove these two women were looting. And one got charged with, I think, disorderly person or something like that. And I just don't understand this whole thing, because when you look at the clipping, there is no crime. And her cousin is the one filming this, and he said they didn't do anything wrong. But you know how policing is, you don't have to do anything wrong. You're persecuted just strictly on the color of your skin. That's all it takes. And wait until you see the amount of cops that go after these women over them being suspected of looting. You would think that they murdered someone the way they came at these women. Seriously. All right. I have a video that I want y'all to watch. Let's see. And this is WGN 9 out of Chicago.
Two women say Chicago police dragged them out of their cars. Police accused the women of trying to damage property at Brickyard Mall.
The women say they were just running errands. The violent encounter was caught on tape. WGN's Patrick Elwood is live on the Northwest Side with that story. Patrick.
Micah Joe, good afternoon to you. It was Sunday afternoon, and tension in this city was sky high among people, general people, the public, police, and protesters. It had devolved, the situation in the big picture, into looting in some cases. That said, here at the Brickyard Mall, you're about to hear from one man and the family that he represents. And he believes what happened between the family and police is the kind of stuff that leads to huge distrust for many people in the black community and law enforcement.
Oh, they getting Tanika car.
It was Sunday afternoon, about 3 o'clock, at the Brickyard Mall in Chicago's Montclair neighborhood, where the people inside this car were confronted by police. In a matter of moments, the car's windows were smashed, with some of the occupants being pulled out and put to the ground. The incident was captured by several people at the mall at the time, including James D. Smith, who is related to the people inside that car.
Wait.
The police were there at the mall because some stores had been looted a short time earlier. We spoke to Mr. Smith by way of FaceTime earlier today.
It was an incident that was unprovoked. All they were doing were driving. We were actually leaving out the parking lot.
He says he was meeting his cousins at the mall to do some shopping, unaware of the looting.
And just got to hitting at the windows. Now, I don't know if they did it because it was a car with tinted windows, but it was definitely unprovoked.
He also says the whole thing was reminiscent of what took place with George Floyd, including one officer putting a knee to a woman's neck. And it's this kind of treatment from police, he believes, and others, that keep African Americans weary of them.
At times, it just feels like we're not even given a chance at this point. I mean, I can understand, what's going on with them having the effects of the looting going on, which shouldn't be done to protest peacefully. But everyone isn't the same, and no one needs to be treated wrongly at all.
CPD tells WGN a female offender was placed into custody and charged with disorderly conduct after the offender was observed by responding officers assembled with 3 or more persons for the purpose of using force or violence to disturb the police. And that quote, the Chicago Police Department strives to treat all individuals our officers encounter with respect. Anyone who feels they have been mistreated by a CPD officer is encouraged to call 311 and file a complaint with the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, unquote. The family tells WGN that car was impounded, but when they went back several hours later to get it released, they claim from police came no paperwork.
Wait, they're my people. They're my people. Those are my cousins. Wait, the Sadiqa them, y'all. Oh my.
So, to be clear, the family says there's no paperwork as it relates to the impounding of the car. One of the women in that vehicle, Mia Wright, has a June 22nd court date. And representatives from COPA, the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, have reached out directly to some of the people who recorded that incident to hear from them to get their accounts firsthand. Live on the northwest side of the city, Patrick Elwood, WGN News. Joe and Micah, back to you in the studio.
That was absolutely ridiculous. So even if it was them destroying items, which I don't believe they did, he said he was meeting his cousins up there so that they could go shopping. And if there was an incident, they sure didn't prove it in this news story. And why do you need so many damn cops? I didn't even see this many cops around Dylan Roof. I didn't see this many cops about from the Walmart shooter last year. But in this instance, because there was looting up there and they're claiming these women destroyed property, I'm not buying it. But you charged her with disorderly conduct. Where's the destroyed property? These cops always got to go over the top, all that drama over that kind of crime? Okay, like I said, we've seen mass murderers not get ganged up on like this. This is just ridiculous, and it's certainly something we get tired of seeing over and over and over. And, how do you impound a car with no paperwork? And look at how many officers were out there. You'd look like damn near 20 cops out there. And again, they might have went in there and damaged property. I mean, you would think the world was about to end. They tackle Black people like everything we do is the absolute worst possible thing. And we're sick of this mess. We're sick of it. I bet if we went back and looked at this whole thing from start to finish, if it was available, you wouldn't see these women doing nothing. They will tackle us over a bunch of nothing. And this is why people are out there protesting today, because of this very reason right here. All them damn cops. It got to be about 20 cops in that one parking lot. And just looking at it, I don't see hardly anybody there. I don't see hardly that many cars in the parking lot. So if people were out there looting, they certainly weren't out there at that very moment. I don't hardly see nobody there. Oh, we get sick of this mess. We get so sick of this. We get so sick of this. This is why so many people are saying they would rather have no policing than the kind of policing we are getting. And you police freaks and you love the blue and all that stuff, we'll just send these wild cops to your neighborhood and you can all be happy. If we did need policing, we don't need this kind of policing. This is not the kind we need. You can keep this policing to yourself. It'll be a cold day in hell before I ask for it. Ladies and gentlemen, They never disappoint in the way they charge at Black people. And of course, they always give the generic statement, oh, the Chicago police strives to treat all individuals or officers encounter with respect. Did you see any respect going on in this video? I saw nothing. And again, what you're charging her with, okay, where's the evidence of it? Because we don't see it in the video. So anyone who feels they have been mistreated by CPD officers is encouraged to call 311 and file a complaint with the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, Chicago Police said in a statement. In other words, call and get no results. Mayor Lightfoot tweeted about the incident saying CPD does not tolerate misconduct of any kind. Yes, you do. You tolerate it every day. That's why it's going on wildly across the country. Even as protests are breaking out about racism in policing and police reform. And as you can see, this whole behavior towards us is still going strong in the country. These folks don't want to change how they police. They are content with mistreating us. As long as it's us being mistreated, they are content with it. They have no problem whatsoever. I did not know, even if it was a disorderly conduct, that requires 20 damn cops ganging up on a car. I remember the Walmart shooter. Do you remember? One cop escorted him to the squad car. How come 20 cops didn't show up then? He killed all kinds of people. I mean, mass murderers don't even get this kind of treatment. Y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.